Hey guys, Lexicon here. Today we're going to take a look at The Witcher 3 on Xbox One. Say what you will about this game, it is beautiful. It's one of the best looking games I think I've ever played. I love the textures in the sky. The game looks amazing. Here's an example of one of the many side quests that you can come across in the game. This is actually kind of early on, but it gives you a context to what you're doing and why you should care.
What did this man do to you?
Him? Nothing. Appeared in the village, looking to trade his ring for some bread.
But we've no food, none, because of the Black Ones. Trampled our fields, raided our granaries, burnt our orchards. So instead of bread, he'll get a noose.
Please, good folk, do you not have ears? I did not want this war. I have deserted to go home to my wife and child. Take everything I have, but spare my life.
Let him go.
Oh, sure. And maybe give him some fixings for the journey. Saddle up a horse for him.
Black Ones showed us no mercy. We show them none in return.
Tried it the nice way. Gotta try something different.
The Witcher! He's mates with the Black Ones.
Come on. Thank you. If you had not come...
If I'd not come, only one man would have died. Really going back to your wife?
Yes. She bore a child just before the war started. A girl. I named her Beatrice, after her grandmother. Why? Why did you help me?
Lynch mobs. Nothing good ever comes of them. Now go. Stay off the high roads and give any villages a wide berth until you cross the Yaruga.
When people ask me about this game, I tend to describe it as like Red Dead Redemption with sword and sorcery. The gameplay is really fun. The combat is a little bit more challenging than a lot of people would probably be used to. It's not like Assassin's Creed or Shadows of Mordor. As you can see, you have to time a lot of your attacks and blocks and your various abilities, your spells. Like I'm using this tunnel here to kind of corral the guys in so I can hit them with an Igni spell. The best way to describe the combat in this game is very similar to a dance. You have to really pay attention to your opponent. They're going to project a lot of the moves they're going to do, so you'll give you time to dodge or parry. There are other options in the game. You saw an exploding barrel there. I used Igni there to clean that up. You also want to make sure you stun your opponents using various abilities, kind of some crowd control so if you're fighting multiple foes. There are bombs and things, so if they get into a cluster, you can drop them on them and blow them up. The combat's actually pretty fun once you start to get into it, and the game itself is better the longer you play it. It's actually more in depth than a lot of people realize, and there is tons to do. My character is overburdened right now, which is kind of one of the bummers of this game in some cases because you can only carry so much item and it slows you down. But if you get on your horse, you can still move at normal speed. Now you see how the screen kind of bends here? This is my Witcher sense. It's kind of a supernatural ability. The guy's got heightened senses, so he can see things that you normally wouldn't be able to. And it highlights items in the game and helps you track beasts and animals and quest lines and stuff like that. It's pretty useful. The game itself, as I said at the beginning, is extremely beautiful. It actually has one of the best graphics I think I've ever seen in a game, and it is huge. They're saying it'd take about 45 minutes to ride from one end of the map to the other on horseback at full gallop. You really don't understand the context of that until you're playing. This game world is extremely detailed. In fact, I'm actually going to probably check out the novels these are based on because I'm pretty impressed by the world, the lore behind it and everything. It feels living. It's kind of a really cool backstory to this series. I definitely want to check out more of it, and the game does a pretty good job of explaining it. You can see right here I'm having to fight the two guys. Now I've found when you have the tougher foes, if you take out the lesser foes around, it makes your encounter a lot easier. And I love the Iggy because it'll stun people for a few seconds because they'll panic because they're on fire. This is an excellent example of how you can come across some random stuff to the game. I was just riding along and I happened to come across a cannibal camp. Because why not? Cannibals hanging out in the wilderness? Sounds like a plan. So they're all naked. Throughout most of these clips, I'm fighting humans. That's usually not what you fight mostly in this game. It's a good mix between the two because you are playing a Witcher who is a professional monster hunter. And there's a lot more creature varieties in this game than you first think there would be. And even if it's a repeat of a creature, there's always usually something different. This game tends to throw curveballs at you. If you think you know an encounter and you find something else, you make it something totally different. Sometimes they'll mix it up. Like this clip here actually had this guy being attacked by these creatures, but he also attacks me, so I'm having to try to fight him at the same time, and he has a shield. Now this encounter was kind of challenging because of the spider creatures coming out of the area, while at the same time trying to fight this guy. Now I just hit him with my Axii sign, which is something that influences people's mind. Think of it kind of like a Jedi mind trick. The more powerful it gets, the more you can do with it. In this case, I stun the guy for a few seconds. It's pretty good for crowd control, especially get around his shield there. I hit the spider with it that time, so it would stop for a moment to get out. Fighting multiple foes can get a little challenging. That's what's kind of cool about this game, though. It definitely throws curveballs at you several encounters. It's like a stun gem as I'm attacking this spider. They're not really called spiders, they're called something else, but I can't remember. Now this is a great example of random fights. This is a few moments later after killing the guy and the other spider creatures, and I happened to come across this boss creature, which I think was spawning these little spider guys, or at least close to it. Now, this is the first time I actually faced one of these, so I had to learn to fight. I had no idea what the creature could do. A lot of it's trial and error. It's not quite as hard as like Demon Souls or Dark Souls or Bloodborne or like that. It's pretty fun though, and the combat is actually really interesting, and the gameplay is really good. There's tons to do in this game. You could easily put in over 100 hours. Like I haven't even gotten out of the second area, and I have probably about 30 or 40 more quests that I see on my map, and every time I go anywhere else, I see other markers and billboards and things that I haven't expected. I'm gonna be playing this game for a long time. Things like a spider was behind me. For anybody starting out in this game, I think one of the biggest pieces of advice that I have is remember, you cannot parry a creature with your sword. You can only dodge. So, you find yourself dodging a lot. Which is, you know, really cool to the game. And a little menu there lets me pick between my signs, my bombs, and my different items. And of course I'm getting poisoned here. There's a poison meter right below my health bar. I can only use the abilities, my signs, and stuff so much because I have a stamina bar. And if it's not full, I can't use the ability. And there are, you know, skill points and stuff like that that'll help you increase that, so you don't run out quite fast. And you also have adrenaline points and stuff back when you go through the fighting. A lot of the enemies have a very predictable pattern once you learn it. So you can usually beat them pretty well. Also, the game will use cover. You might have seen some of the previous clips where people are firing arrows and stuff. Sometimes they'll actually shoot their own allies if you get between them, which is actually pretty fun. But all in all, the game is really good. If you're expecting Skyrim, you're not going to be impressed by the game, if that's what you're kind of going for. It's more of Red Dead, but with choices. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope to put up some more soon. I'm really enjoying this game, and I got a new captain card, so I hope I'll be posting more soon. Hey guys, as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.